Hello, this is the Martys Perspective,
Hello,
episode 2, and it's been
welcome.
about a week, a week and a
2 weeks.
half.
Two
Yeah,
weeks. I'd
two
say
weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Almost 2 weeks. And we're back. We're not joined by Sahara, sadly.
Yeah,
He
his
died.
ghost disappeared.
Yeah, it's
His
good.
ghost went.
He went back down to the toilet. And we have a guest co-host in here. His name is Ollie. And
No,
yeah, there he is. I'll link his stuff in the description. It's all he plays.
no, 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 no. That's my dark past.
Yeah. It's all he plays Roblox.
No, no, stop, stop, stop. It's Twitch.tv.
It just cut out.
Yeah, you should have come
I
out
mean,
there.
oh my
That's
god, that's just a
what
bad
happened
cut
there.
out moment.
See
No,
what
okay.
happened.
I need to stop saying but
Wow, wow. You
no,
you come
he's
to my
gonna be
bit.
talking
What
about
is
his
this?
CS:GO career, in which his brother basically carried him through it,
No.
and he's now a washed up alcoholic version of himself
Okay.
with dog game. But before that, we're gonna talk about Epic Games and what it's done to the gaming community as a whole. Ollie's probably not gonna talk that much unless he really wants to, but
Yeah,
I highly
exactly.
doubt that. But okay, so we're gonna talk about Epic Games now.
Epic
So
Games.
Rafal, what's your opinion on Epic Games?
Man, Epic Games. It's a rough subject because like they made Fortnite, but like really, they're not that bad. Fortnite isn't that bad in my opinion. Like I don't mind it. I don't see why people hate it so much. It's not that bad of a game. I know that the community's dog, but like you can learn to deal with it. It's like 9-year-olds. If you ever played Call of Duty back in the day, then you run into them like every single day. So
Fair enough. Fair enough.
uh like I'd say the one of the bad parts is that they kind of like took games that were already on Steam and like it, this goes to Metro Exodus because they did that
Oh
with that, and I don't think
yeah.
that think they actually I think they just should have kept it on Steam. I think they would earn more money.
They definitely would have. Like more people would have saw it. Like it's only released around now. I'm pretty sure it is. No, like 5 days from now probably. It's gonna get released because it's been a year afterwards. And honestly, Epic Games console standpoint, they're good. I guess they got Fortnite.
Yeah,
They made Fortnite. They made Gears of War. They made some
yeah,
pretty iconic games. But in PC market, in my opinion, they're like a cancer.
yeah, yeah.
Like
I see.
I know this is a very like overrated, I would say, opinion, but losing's buying exclusives is just making the PC market more competitive, which is okay if if they weren't basically buying people to use their stuff. Like no one uses the Epic Games Launcher except for their exclusives, like Fortnite, obviously.
They do give free weekly games, and this week was um Farming Simulator 2019. That's
Oh,
that's
okay,
really
okay.
good
We
though.
don't need to talk about games they probably bought for 1.2 billion now. We need to talk about
True.
the low games. Like they have games on Steam but are bad. Like Dauntless is decent for a free to play game, but it's just Monster Hunter. Like
Yeah.
we talked about last time.
Yeah, that is it's a pure copy of Monster Hunter. Like there's like nothing that's basically different about it.
Yeah. And
Like there's nothing that's different about it. Like it's
when do you buy stuff like that,
bad.
not only do they make people hate Epic Games more because say they wanted it on Steam, they pre-ordered it and then it got taken away. That's their weight over. Like if Steam say or if Epic Games bought Cyberpunk, which they wouldn't, because if anything it'd be going to GOG. But if they done that, like they done with the Division 2, that would be no one would like that because people have been waiting for the game for so long. Like would you like that happen to you, waiting for a game for like
Yeah,
ages,
no.
and then it gets taken off the market and you don't want to download another launcher, concerning like you have to download like every launcher these days.
Yeah,
Like it's pretty scummy.
it is. Very scummy, really.
Yeah, like I
But
like them, but honestly, they should just stop trying to do that because they're not
really,
gonna win.
they could have handled the situation better. Like instead of buying games, leaving them on Steam because Steam is such a big marketplace,
Yeah,
and
like
like everyone basically has it. Instead of getting other people to get another launcher, like it's a waste of space.
they're very like I see where they're coming from to make people go get it, but they already give you more money if you have Unreal Engine. If you make a game on Unreal Engine and put it on Epic Games, so say instead of putting Metro Exodus on the Epic Games Store, they put it on both, but they made Metro Exodus on the Epic Games Store cheaper, which would be better in general because not only would people
Yeah,
not only would it be a non-exclusive, which most people would prefer, but they also get more money from it because they probably take a bigger cut, or well, they already take a lesser cut than Steam, but
yeah.
the Steam exposure is just it's too much to give up really. Other than Deep Silver and the Goose Game, whatever it was called.
Oh yeah. The no, not the name.
Yeah. So we were talking about Dauntless. Speaking of the game that it's based on, Monster Hunter, Iceborne. Uh,
Oh yeah, that had a rough start. Very rough start. Like deleting
mhm.
people's saves. Like giving you an anti cheat that basically just made your PC run harder and crash, not letting people play the game that they paid for. Like it was just a mess of a launch. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, like
Big fuckery.
it was a very like bad launch, and they should have probably tested it more before they done that. Before they wiped most of their
Yeah,
diehard fans save files.
yeah. Like people probably had 700 hours on one character, and I see. Bloop.
Like,
Where did that
okay,
go?
people could like compare it to playing Pokemon with like getting a new generation.
Ah, yeah,
Like, fair enough, but you done that willfully. Or if you like made a new character in like Skyrim, you've done that willfully. Or if your save file goes corrupted, but you've already done so much. Like Monster Hunter World is not like those games. It's multiplayer, which obviously means if you lose it, you can't spawn it back in. Like all those save files, all those hours are not gonna come back. You've just wasted
yeah. No,
your time on that.
like, yeah. Like I'm happy that my field didn't get deleted. My save didn't get deleted because like I put a few hours into like at least 20 hours into my save, and I'm close to end game. I'd say.
Yeah, like Eric would probably be really pissed off at that. But
Yeah, 37.
holy shit, that's only
It's
on
10 more.
PC.
Yeah. On the PC media, it's like 100 on the Xbox.
It probably did happen to people who had that much. But other than that, obviously Eric, we're gonna try and get Eric as a guest eventually, if he
Yeah,
ever
eventually.
decides to.
Uh, oh, yeah. We should definitely get him in as a guest.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking because like Sahara obviously his ghost is in here. He might appear again sometime, but if he doesn't, we're gonna have to. It's probably just gonna be a two-man podcast for a while. And I mean, I'm
Yeah.
okay with that, but having a guest is more like interesting.
Yeah,
Bec-
for sure.
yeah, because we can't keep on talking about the same stuff over and over again, like every week.
Yeah, because then it's gonna be. But I think it will be talking about the coronavirus at least
We
every
were
time
gonna
we can
have to like probably
until
like
it's gone. Like,
every podcast, yeah, because it's got a higher death rate than SARS, which
yeah,
which was on for 2 years, and this has been on
yeah,
for like a month. So we're not gonna talk about the coronavirus now. That could have been a good transition. We're gonna talk about
yeah,
another game that is fairly popular. Well, it's just very popular.
yeah. It's gaining popularity.
Yeah. But we're gonna talk about. Well, we're not gonna talk about any of that. I'm just gonna completely void your expectations. We're gonna talk about Warcraft 3.
Oh,
Let's go.
Warcraft 3, yo.
The best launch I've ever seen. It's
Yeah,
almost as good
like
as Iceborne.
downgrade.
Mhm.
That remaster, like
Like, I'm not surprised that there was a. I keep on saying that, but I'm not surprised it was a downgrade from its E3. But the E3 was released in 2016, and they just kept the same thing from the original Warcraft. Their
yeah.
menu is a Google Chrome page. How can you mess that up, Blizzard? You've been making best-selling games since your launch. I have no hope for Diablo 4. I really
I
don't.
hope I have hope for that. Like,
you
It better.
have you
I'm
have
planning to
hope.
buy like the collector's edition and all that. So
I mean, you can go ahead and buy it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't that good. Like, you see how badly they butchered the Warcraft franchise, and that was like their carrying franchise. Like Overwatch
yeah, fair enough.
2 is kind of
But
butchered as
the
well.
people, they still World of Warcraft, so like they're fine.
People,
As long as they
yeah,
don't do anything with that, really, then
yeah, they're gonna continue making money
mm,
because that's Warcraft, like World of Warcraft. You
yeah,
can't beat WoW. Like, I'm sad because I know a lot of people like expect that. Like, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Carter wanted that.
yeah,
But honestly, Blizzard's not that good anymore. They're not like they were in the olden days when they actually released games. There wasn't Overwatch. They've just
yeah,
become Activision has too much of a hold on them now, in my opinion.
yeah, for sure. Like Activision, like whenever Destiny was on them, like basically made it so like they have to get this DLC out like before a certain time though, and they rushed it and like well,
Yeah, that's
I
not how
mean
you do
that went on.
business. You don't,
Yeah,
when you launch a game, make two DLCs. So you need to level up past the easiest level cap I've ever like played. It's exclusive for a time, and
yeah,
then after a while, the people who bought it for say like absurd prices on like eBay, just make it like five quid. You don't do that.
yeah.
That's not good marketing. So now this episode's probably gonna be a bit shorter than the other one. I don't know when we're gonna do this again. Probably in another like 12 years, because we're lazy as fuck. But
Yeah, true.
we're gonna talk about let's just say we're gonna talk about Rocket League. That's been here for a while, and personally, I don't see the appeal of it anymore. Like,
I like the game. It's a good game. But like personally, I didn't think I didn't even play online when I played the game. I played offline. I played against bots, and I felt like snapping my controller. So
fair
that's good.
enough. I see the appeal of it, but I thought they would have released like a second one because they release DLC, but it's just cosmetic.
Yeah,
Which I mean, fair enough. You don't need to buy it, but have you seen how much they have? It's almost as much as that train simulator that has like 400 quid worth of DLC. Like, I'm not even joking. They have Hot Wheels, two Hot Wheels, a McLaren, um, Supersonic Fury, DC superheroes, the Fate of the Furious. They have Batman, another a Fast and Furious one as well. Which I
yeah.
mean,
They have so much.
oh, I hear that. Just mind that it's just a couple. His family talking. Alright, so we're 13 minutes in so far, which I consider being fairly well because it doesn't feel like that at the moment. We're gonna have our big guest is gonna appear at 15 minutes. I have no idea what's going on.
Mm. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
Yo!
our big guest is gonna.
Hello, hello, everybody.
Okay, considering he went early, we're gonna talk about Ollie CS:GO career because
All right.
his career,
I think we should just let him talk.
yeah,
Let him
just
talk about
explain.
his
Okay,
career.
okay, right. So my career didn't start very well, as you know. Uh, kind of ended short, and I kind of got into other games. But now I'm making a return, of course. Um,
Wait,
I obviously carried
somewhere
Rafal
is
over
he?
here up the ranks.
My dog.
Yeah, but
Okay,
it's fine. You
considering
know,
this is like an interview type thing, so
yeah.
what rank was the highest you've ever reached?
Distinguished Master Guardian.
Silver one.
That's fairly high. Come on, you wouldn't be able to
It's.
reach that on your own.
I mean, that was. I'm pretty sure that was 4 ranks away from global. So it was a good. It was a. It was an effort I made.
Fair
But
enough.
I give up. Once I reached the rank, I kind of give up, and I started to play other games such as like Rust, and
Yeah.
Rainbow and stuff. But now I'm coming back, and I'm trying to come get the ranks back.
Do you ever
So
think you'll be better than that rank, or even on the same level?
I believe like eventually I'll be better if I try and practice more because obviously you need practice for CS. So I'm probably gonna practice more, and yeah, I think I'll get better than before.
So
Gucci.
that's pretty good. So how long did you play it roughly? Where you just like flat out played it roughly?
Well, back then played it every day for probably a few hours a day.
What?
Which I played it for a bit, quite a bit. Like I played like I don't know, around like 3 to like 5 hours a day. But
Jeez.
yeah, I ended up getting like I racked up quite a few hours. Now I'm up to 900. I don't actually have that much. If you think about it, I have 900, but I didn't. It didn't actually for some reason it didn't take me that long to reach Distinguished Master Guardian. Uh, like considering the amount of hours I had back then. But then I obviously I started playing and messing around and stuff, and then I constantly got banned for weeks all the time, so I couldn't really reach anything with that. So
Fair enough. Now like comedy out of the way. What's your actual rank?
well,
So
currently it's Golden Nova am I right? Golden Nova Master, yeah.
silver
I
one.
was kind of
Fair
confused
enough.
there,
Fair enough.
but
You're
yeah,
doing very well.
I'm climbing back up the ranks, and I should be Master Guardian soon. Master Guardian 1
Hopefully
soon.
you actually make it out of Gold Nova Master this time, because that's
Yeah,
one
I
of
remember.
that's probably the biggest roadblock. Because if you can't beat that in a short amount of time, you're stuck there.
Yeah, so you got to quickly play and get out of the ranks. You don't want to stay in a rank for too long. I mean, even if it's D rank, you
Stayed
Yeah.
in like
shouldn't stay in
silver.
the same rank, or else you'll
I,
be stuck there.
I stayed in silver 2 for like 3 years. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Uh,
No, but the thing about Gold Nova Master is that people would rather D rank and then rank up again because it would be easier to rank up.
yeah, that's what I did. I was stuck on Gold Nova Master for like over a month, and then so what I did is I D ranked, and then I climbed to no Master Guardian 1 or something, or Master Guardian 2. So I kind of went
Yeah,
up.
like that's the stories. Like Rafal, even though you're Gold Nova Master, I don't think you're gonna make it past that.
I think I will.
Cause
If he's solo
If I
queues,
play
probably
again.
not. If you get someone like me to carry him,
If I
no,
then
solo queue, I think I will.
probably because if you go back, obviously I'm not gonna if you go back to the games and check, I've been getting top, so I know I can still rank up the Master Guardian. So
yeah,
now I'm just gonna keep playing, rank up, and then we'll see how after that. Once I rank up, we'll see how far I get.
yeah. I mean, CS:GO has been alive for what 8 years now. It's been out for
A
eight
long time,
years. It's been
8
a lot.
years.
Yeah, year. It's been so long,
Mhm.
and it's been doing it's really well. I'm happy that it's like the face of like PC
Steam.
competitive shooters, and it has a really
Yeah,
good esports scene. But I wonder when the new Counter Strike's gonna come out. Valve, are you
yeah.
ever gonna make a new game?
I actually really hope they do because
Close halfway.
I'll be getting my 5 year badge soon, 5 year veteran badge on CS:GO soon, which I'm really stoked about that. But yeah, honestly, I really hope they make a new CS game because you can't just I mean, think about it. These are like they make new maps and whatnot, but I think we should be seeing a new CS game soon,
Yeah,
considering
but
how long this one's been out for.
the
You
bad
know what I
part
mean?
about it in general though is it's gonna cripple the CS:GO economy if it has stuff like skins and stuff to come
Skins,
out.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I don't recommend like getting skins or like skins
like
going out
they didn't
instantly.
do that. They didn't do that with CS:GO either, which was good because that was the first time it was ever implemented. Well, TF2 was
Yeah,
the first time in Valve, but I think if they did, I don't want it to be like Rainbow. I don't want it to be like leaning and stuff. I want it to be like simple CS:GO gameplay, like CS gameplay, the way it's been from the start.
yeah, I
Just
agree.
just no iron sights on anything. I mean, obviously there's iron sights, but you don't need to aim in
Yeah,
and
you have
stuff.
crosshair.
Yeah, and
Other
real,
than like AVP.
yeah, AVP and realistic gameplay, like realistic recoil and stuff. I think we'd be grand. Dust 3 needs to come out, or Dust
That's three.
2.5.
That's 3.
I kind of hope that does come in, but in my opinion, if they're gonna do anything with the
What would it
skins,
look
I
like?
reckon they should like have like a skin transfer type of thing. Because
I
if you think
Yeah,
about
that
it,
would be good.
for people
you
that
don't want
spend
to
like
waste
thousands.
everybody's money on skins. So like, if they make a new CS:GO and put like a bunch of new skins in, then skins on CS:GO the price might drop a lot or go up higher depending on the skin and stuff. But at the same time, you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
So
but
I
also,
recommend like a skin transfer with new skins, of course.
don't forget that if they do that, it's gonna be one economy's dependent on the other. So if the CS:GO one crashes, so does the other CS game. Like
That is true. Like,
you can't do that without having some risk involved, and knowing that CS:GO players can be pricks sometimes to just do like an op Asimov for like £2, and cripple the economy. That could be very like exploitative. But honestly, I don't think they're gonna add anything
Oh,
like
maybe
add
not.
any
Probably
new
won't,
weapons because
knowing
like
knowing
barely added new weapons in CS:GO.
No, they've had like the same ones like
Yeah,
almost the whole time
for
throughout the
years.
whole game. But
they just
if
name
I
differences.
don't recommend, yeah, I don't recommend like new guns. I don't think new guns would be any good. So like in CS, obviously each gun has like a spray pattern,
Hmm.
but of course it's not. It is a shooter game, so it's not gonna be like real life. It's not gonna be quite the same. So
Yeah,
having is having like a random recoil um pattern is, not really a pattern, I suppose, if it's random. But if you're gonna make it realistic, I guess like you can't really have a realistic recoil because that would kind of ruin the game. Because then you'd
like the recoil
it's
is kind of realistic. It's just the way
There's a
like
pattern to it.
yeah, and also it's predictable. And when you like say you shoot like the recoil, the way like in real life if you shot like an Uzi or like a submachine gun, you would like your hand would go back.
yeah.
It doesn't do that in CS:GO or in any CS game in that matter. So I think they should stick to the semi-realistic gun recoil because it seems to
Mhm.
be working very well.
It
But
it works well, but they kind of destroyed it because with the like servers.
mhm,
So like grenade spots, smoke spots, and stuff. So like they don't really work on 64 ticks servers that we have, competitively. But obviously, you sport servers and whatnot have a 128 tick, which make a big difference. Smoke spots are different and stuff, and they kind of work on the 128 tick compared to 64. They don't, which is kind of annoying. I wish they kind of released like a full 128 tick
yeah,
thing for everybody. So it's kind of, I guess you could say it was more fun, but like over time, I'm pretty sure they changed the recoil a bit or something on some guns and stuff, and it's gotten worse. And it's like compared to
but
before, like sometimes if you aim your crosser on somebody, like it doesn't actually hit. If it like shoot, it goes through their hair sometimes, or it goes to the side or something, and it doesn't actually hit them. And
yeah, well, the
it's
difference
kind of annoying.
between server side and client side,
Yeah.
like you say you shot someone with an op and they're standing mid, but when like the server doesn't see that, it sees that they like jumped or ducked, something like that. It's
Hmm.
very like I think they should make it 120th tick servers only because that would be easier in general.
Yeah, for everybody, it'd be quite a nice experience as well.
Hmm.
Something that normally we wouldn't have.
I think they should definitely add more like where you can get the deagle or the R8. They should add more guns like that, like the MP5 and the MP7.
Yeah, I reckon they should like add like not like any good guns, like well not necessarily good guns, but they should add like maybe replace a pistol or like rework it or something like that.
Yeah, because the P2000 is useless.
Yeah, like you can hit like headshots and stuff, and it does do a bit of damage, but if you think about it, it's just I don't know, it just doesn't really
Yeah,
not much people
some
use it,
weapons are just
but there is a lot of
useless.
people that use it still, like pros and stuff. But I like to see a rework of the gun since like you don't see much people using it anymore.
Oh,
Bots use it.
Well, yes,
yeah,
obviously,
they're
I'll say
automatically equipped with it for some reason.
you
Honestly,
automatically have it. Yeah,
I think they should have like a semi-automatic or not a like yeah, a semi-automatic rifle where you obviously like it's like the SG where you aim in but you have to obviously spam it.
so like a burst fire type of thing,
No, no, not burst
like a
fire.
single
Single
shot,
fire.
like a
Yeah,
single,
single
yeah,
shot, single
yeah,
fire.
yeah,
That's what I mean. Yeah.
yeah.
Like no scope, just single
No,
fire.
well, I'd probably do a scope because it would be more realistic. But if there's no
Uh,
scope, that's fine because as long as it doesn't have the same spray pattern as an AK, it's okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
So that was the CS:GO section with Oliver,
Yep.
everyone's favorite,
Wow.
Silver 2.
Yep.
So now we're gonna go on a more
Everyone's favorite
uh,
YouTuber. Five plays.
yeah, Ollie Plays is actually my favorite YouTuber after Eric Gaming.
Stop.
Okay, so we're gonna go on a more serious topic, which is Corona beer
Oh,
and
Corona
how
beer.
it's
I know.
been found in a lot of countries and it's got a higher death toll than SARS. So, what's your thoughts on that?
like it's like it's spread like 4 people in the UK have been found like with it. So like really, I think it's just gonna be real bad. Like if they don't find a cure soon, then it's just gonna be like it's gonna be really bad for everyone. Like people are gonna die.
People have
Like it
already
could be
died.
like a very big outbreak. Like a lot more people will
So,
die.
so you mean like the Black Death type of thing, where it
Yeah,
spreads all over the world?
No, Black Death was only in Europe,
Oh yeah, so it was.
but
yeah.
Is it not in Asia now though? Is it not like in Asia still?
no,
What?
it was
Parts of Asia.
no, it was started
Is
in
there a
Asia.
cure for it?
All right, okay.
Yeah,
I was just wondering
no,
because I was
no,
kind of
no.
confused about that. Okay,
no.
yeah.
But no, the coronavirus has already killed more people
Mhm,
than SARS has, and SARS was obviously another Chinese virus or epidemic.
mhm.
And
People think it comes from bats.
it probably does. Chinese people eat
Yeah,
anything, but it could have just been the Chinese government, which I wouldn't be surprised. But it's got a higher death toll than SARS, which was out for 2 years, and this has only been out for a month. Not even a month. That's like how
yeah,
serious this is.
Very
yeah.
unfortunate that
Like
something like
they
this
go to
has
the
happened.
hospital in 10 days, and like even then, it's they only accept like the most serious cases of it.
Yeah, like people in China are now afraid to go outside. Cars are illegal. You
Yeah, no,
literally cars are illegal and they're afraid to go outside. If they try and go to the doctor, they're probably going to get it, even if they didn't have it before.
yeah, no. So like even if like the doctor examines you, like he good then kind of
Yeah, I don't really like.
dangerous.
I don't like. This is going to be racist, but the Chinese people just as soon as a
Eat everything.
pandemic, yeah, and they eat everything. As soon as the pandemic goes, what they do? They start immigrating to every country on the planet.
Yeah,
Like at this point, I hope that there is a cure for it because I honestly don't think they're gonna have that much research right now. But considering there's only 4 people in the UK, which they can't examine everything on. There's a couple in Canada, which Canada started first, but that's really it. Like, there's barely anyone that they can do stuff on that isn't in China. And China
yeah,
is they're gonna have to stop trading. Obviously, I'm pretty sure they already have, which cripple economies.
yeah. It would.
So doing that is just kind of selfish, in my opinion. Not telling anyone. And China's already in the bad books of most people.
Yeah, especially with like them buying like Google, like Microsoft, like devices like Windows. Like they're gonna be using like their own like Chinese thing, like probably spy software, like knowing them because they're
Yeah,
like full on communism over there.
yeah, they're communist. It's all a joke. They are communist, and like it's just I hope Chinese people, please don't send a hitman after me. But I think you make a good bit of your money by stealing organs from prisoners. They actually do. That's not a lie. They sell organs on the black market
Actually,
allegedly. Yeah, I have
oh,
to say allegedly. But there has been
I'd
a
probably
lot
vouch
of
for it.
allegations against that, and obviously they own every company that's made in China. There's
Yeah,
no
like
winning.
there's
Like,
you can't really do much.
yeah, if China doesn't like something, most superpowers have to agree with them because they're such a big provider for stuff.
Yeah, because if they don't agree, like they can just cut off like all supply, and then like think about like toys, phones, like
Yeah,
everything basically is from China.
you literally you legitimately can't do anything against China, or else they're gonna get butthurt and then destroy your economy. it,
Yeah,
it sounds unrealistic, but it's true, especially with Australia.
yeah.
So, speaking of another tragedy that happened recently, I like doing these transitions. Kobe Bryant.
Oh, yeah, rip,
Oh yeah, I heard that. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant.
rip Kobe Bryant.
It was such an unexpected thing to happen as well. Like you wouldn't expect a helicopter crash so suddenly.
Seems like someone dunked the helicopter.
Wow, why are you being
Okay,
so disrespectful?
God just went.
exactly. Your dad's gonna
Well,
get dunked on in a couple of years.
rip Kobe Bryant. Like his daughter died there as well. Like he was a. I don't really watch basketball, but like
Yeah, we
from
don't
what
really.
people say, like he was a good basketball.
Oh
I mean,
yes,
he was
very
the
good.
third best player in the world until LeBron James took his place.
But
LeBron James.
LeBron James, like had a quite a good speech.
Yeah,
Um, which is quite nice in my opinion. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Speak. I mean, a nice speech. Uh, you know, it was. I'm pretty sure you can still watch it, of course, on YouTube and
yeah.
stuff, which
They're
is
not
nice.
gonna like block it, which is
Yeah.
it's a nice tribute to him.
Yep, for sure.
So let's get off this tragedy, considering like we haven't
Yeah, it's
really.
a hard subject.
Yeah, so
We don't
let's
really
go
know
on.
much about it.
A thing that everyone in the friend group we have has been playing, except for Cesare.
Oh,
Apex
no.
Legends.
Apex.
Yo,
Yeah,
I think they're going in a alright direction, except the map. Map
Oh,
is
the
like
map. I
map
agree.
change
The
is a
the
bit
map
ugly.
is
I
it's
agree
just
too.
not
Like
not the greatest. They've been changing the map too much, and like it's getting worse over time.
they have Epic Game syndrome. Once a map has a little bit of change, they start changing it drastically, which in my opinion ruins the flow of the map because nothing's going to be constant. Like
Yeah,
they done that with like they already this is a new map already. It was a big enough change, but adding other stuff to it that you don't know like what places are gonna get like destroyed is a very like random game design, which Fortnite kind of fixed that by creating a new map.
yeah,
Obviously, at the end of what 11 seasons, 10,
yeah. Like 10 seasons.
which was
So,
beneficial because it feels fresh and new again. They rework stuff. But Apex didn't do that. They changed their map for no reason, in my opinion. I don't really remember anyone complaining about the map. But I'm pretty sure
yeah,
they.
in my opinion, I love the first map, especially like
Yeah,
one of the drops, and
season
it,
one
it
map.
got deleted, and I was like pretty much like got it. Like it was very sad for me. I love that spot as well. So
Yeah. I think they should have made it so you can choose between both. That would have been
yeah,
good
The
because
multiple like a multiple map type of selection.
yeah,
yeah,
like
they
Like
should
on
like kept
CS:GO where
that
you have
map,
like
but
Mirage or obviously any map. You can
yeah, you
just
should
yeah,
have
choose
done like
what
to
you
two
find.
because
maps instead. Just
that would be good. Because say there was a Apex Legends like championship and it was right after the new map got added or another map. You can't go back to the other one, which you know very well. Which I can see that could be the appeal where you don't know anything, but people if they're gonna play competitively for money, they want to play on a map they're good at,
yeah,
especially if you're against people who've played it more.
But at
It's
the same time, if you have one map, everyone will kind of know it, and it's I guess you could say it's fair, but I mean that's kind of the point of
yeah,
it, like
that
competitive
that
games.
is the point. No, like okay, I can like I'm just gonna compare this to Overwatch because it's kind of similar, where you have you have a say you have the normal map, you already have a bunch of champions which are random in itself. They all get played differently. But then you add a new map to that, and you can't. It's just too random. You don't know what's gonna happen.
yeah,
If they did have a map selection screen, that would be way better in my opinion. You could play the map you
yeah,
like,
for
because
sure.
there's definitely been probably diehard fans who've just left the game because the new map.
Yeah, because of new map. Yeah,
But no, I am happy that the Apex is still doing all right. It is obviously the Fortnite killer, which it obviously isn't the Fortnite killer. The only thing they can kill Fortnite is Epic Games. But
yeah,
they've been doing very well for themselves, and I'm happy that they're still around because obviously they're on the Titanfall engine, which is an amazing. It's such a fluid engine. It goes really well with high fast gameplay.
yeah.
So now that we have Apex Legends off, let's go on. Obviously, Ollie just returned. Let's go on Football
Yep.
Manager because he knows a little bit about football, I guess.
I
So
guess I know
Nothing
about the
else.
game.
this is probably the most
I know
random
what time is.
game on this because none of us really know that much. But all we really know is that it's
Yeah, like
always at the
why is
top.
it so popular? Yeah, like it's always like top bestseller, but like who buys it?
I haven't really heard much people bought it other than Cesare.
Uh,
Like,
have you
pretty
seen
sure.
Steam?
No, he
It
bought
shows
like
at the top.
F1 manager.
Yeah, he
All
bought the
right, that's
F1.
yeah. All right, yeah. Okay. Did he not get like a? Oh, not to snitch on anything,
He
but
got two.
did he not get like a pirated version?
Yeah,
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
But like, other than that, I don't see what's so like special or like good about the game. Like when
Like
I saw the game, I was like, okay, it looks like a good game, but it never really like I never thought like, oh yeah, I need to buy this. I want to play it.
it
oh yeah,
was like it's got what FIFA has kind of. It's basically the same game every year
Yeah,
because
it's just a remake with some better graphics, I suppose you could say.
kind of, but when basically your entire game is just UI, it's not really gonna make a difference. I can see like diehard football fans like putting their favorite players next to each other and whatever.
Hmm.
But other than that, I really don't see a point in releasing it every year. Maybe every 2 years or maybe every three, because that means there'd be a big enough like difference, I guess, in players. Because a lot can happen in a couple of years. But no, it's got what FIFA has, and personally, I don't see the appeal in the game at all.
yeah,
So it's been. This is actually going to be longer than the other stream, believe it or not, the other podcast. It's 36 minutes in already.
So
So we've spoke about that. Let's talk about our last one, which is a very odd game, but it looks nice. It's Wolcen. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. Wolcen
yeah.
Lords of
Wolfen.
Mayhem. Now I'll let
It's
Rafal do it.
right. It's a Diablo clone, and it's in my opinion, it's a good one. It has everything you'd want from a Diablo clone, other than some things. Like there are things that are worse, and I think that should definitely be added. It's still not released. I think no. I'm pretty sure it's releasing very soon. So like yeah, it's released on the 13th, so in 3 days. Um, but yeah, really, if they wanted to like do really well, they need to add some things that are in the normal Diablos, like Diablo 3, especially like difficulty. The game's easy mode basically. You can one hit most enemies. It feels like a bit of a pushover. But some of the upsides I'd say would be like it has a huge skill tree. You can go like melee mage, pure berserker, like it's
Holy
good
shit!
good skill tree.
Yeah.
Items, items are alright, but it doesn't tell you which ones are better, and which ones are not. So whenever you're like getting the items, you might have to read it a bit. So that's a bit of effort, I guess.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. Can
yeah,
I see where you're coming from. It really does look like Diablo.
yeah,
And
it's a Diablo clone.
yeah, basically, it basically just Diablo 4, but obviously not Diablo because they don't have the rights.
Yeah,
From its Steam page, which obviously doesn't tell the whole story, but it tells a decent amount. If you go down on the beta key features, dynamic combat system, weapon combo system, tons of loot, free character development, asymmetric armor system, gems, fight fishes and intelligent foes, active skill modifier, ailment, passive skills, mandates of the Purple Phoenix, expeditions of the Purple Phoenix, area modifiers, and Wrath of Saracel. It seems like if you really want to get into the game, you have to get in. You have to
yeah,
dedicate
like
a Hanum. Also, it does have
a
difficulty.
while. No, it doesn't.
It does expeditions of the Purple Phoenix. Choose the difficulty of your dungeon. A higher difficulty will give you more
That's
chance.
dungeon.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
If we're talking about, I'm talking about like story mode. Like there's nothing there. If you're playing story mode, you're playing on easy mode. Like the
Yeah.
enemies do nothing. You can stand there; they won't do anything. And then if you basically attack, you'll want them.
Okay, this is a
So
very, very complicated game. There's 11 armor tiers and 11 weapon tiers. Each tier includes 12 weapons.
yeah, there is the game is complicated.
It's extremely complicated, which honestly, if I was more dedicated into games like this, I probably would get because I really enjoy fantasy games. But concerning you probably need to spend at least probably like 20 hours just getting everything, getting used to everything, or at least 5 hours at least. I honestly probably won't get it. in the future, I'll probably just get actually Diablo because I haven't played that. But I'd probably
Yeah.
actually get Diablo because Diablo is a more accessible game. It's a more I wouldn't say positively received because Wilson is very positively received, but it's a very more like iconic game and more guides and stuff to help you if you ever get stuck. Wilson
Really,
isn't even out.
I don't know if the Wilson will be adding like because they're adding a lot more things for release, like level max 90, 40 skills each, like bunch of stuff. Like when it comes out, it also says customizable game rules, but I don't know if that's
It's
going
gonna be
to
like D
be.
and D,
Yeah. So
but
like really, they don't seem to be adding like anything. They could be adding like a difficulty mode because it says whole new end game mode,
th-
unlocking new game features.
to be
So like,
completely honest, it reminds me of Divinity Original Sin 2 because it's like that. It's very complicated, but it like it has D and D stuff like that and it's multiplayer,
yeah,
but it just is more fresh. It's different. It's better customization. It seems like
yeah,
it's doing what other games do well and trying to do it better, which I
yeah,
don't know if it will. Hopefully it does because who doesn't want a new game like
yeah, true.
stuff like that. So I hope they do well and honestly, best of luck to them. It's an I haven't seen much of those games recently, so I'm happy they're doing it. So yeah, mind the echo of Ollie and his kind of water mic, just
Yeah.
echo cave. And just over 41 minutes. This is going to be the endless stream. It's probably going to be released on the same day it's recorded,
Yeah,
hopefully. So this is going to be the end of Marty's perspective. Our guest host. He's probably going to be in here more than
Of
Sahara,
course.
to be completely honest, because he doesn't seem to want to. But yeah, it's going to be the end of it. If anyone watches this far, do something else for your life, please. And this is the end of Lamar's perspective, episode 2. Enjoy the rest of your day, unless it's me, in which I hope you suffer. And goodbye.